say pickle, do you mean like actual like
quick pickle?
Quick pickle, so it's like pickle flavors without the
Well, a quick pickle is a pickle, just quick.
Okay.
So it's still brine, vinegar, sugar, salt.
Yeah.
You cut it thin enough that it pickles it pretty quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. Hiya, it's Lauren. I'm Hot for Food, back with another video for you this week. Here every Wednesday, cooking up vegan love in my home kitchen. Yes, I live here. I mean, I literally live here. Recipe developing and testing all of the time and creating YouTube content. But anyways, we've got a good one for you today. We're making bao. So I'm gonna make a pulled 5-spice heart of palm filling as opposed to pork belly, which is normally served in a steamed bao. And we're gonna make homemade bao, and we're gonna make pickled cucumber and carrot. Oh, it's gonna be delicious. We're gonna add some jalapenos, some cilantro, some hoisin, and sriracha on top for serving. These are fluffy and delicious, and I tested them to perfection. It took me a few tries. It was kind of going crazy, but I figured it out. I'm gonna show you the method today. You can make these at home. Fairly easy and simple. I mean, it is a bit of work, but it is totes worth it, trust me. So let's start first by making the dough. So in the bowl of the stand mixer, you're gonna add flour. I'm using double O flour. It seemed to work better for the texture of these. You're gonna do a teaspoon of quick rise yeast, a teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then just mix that up, and then you can fit it onto your stand mixer and run it on low while adding 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil and warm water between 120 Fahrenheit and 130 Fahrenheit. Just scrape the sides down of the mixer if you need to while it's going. As soon as it comes away from the sides like that, it's good to go. Just use a lightly floured hand to get off whatever's on the dough hook. It's gonna be a little sticky, but that's okay. Just take it out of the bowl with a bit of flour on your hand also. What you can do here, just get the ball like very smooth. You can do this by hand, you don't have to do it in the mixer. So you're looking for a very smooth ball of dough like this when you put it in the oiled bowl. And then in the bowl you go. Cover it with a damp tea towel. I actually put it in the oven on low. I have like a warming setting, which is about 120 degrees. That'll help it rise better, especially if it's cold in winter where you are, and that might prevent the dough from rising as much. So you need a pickly, tangy element for these bao. So we're gonna make a quick pickled cucumber and carrot mixture. So start off by dissolving the sugar and salt in warm water, and then add vinegar. So let that continue to dissolve in the warm water while you prepare the cucumbers. So I'm just using the thinnest setting on the mandolin to get nice thin slices. You want them thin, otherwise they won't pickle quick. And then for the carrot, I like using a peeler like this and just doing like ribbons. You could also julienne them if you want, but this keeps them really thin. Then you're gonna put all this in the pickling mixture and then refrigerate for at least 30 minutes to 60 minutes, or while, you can even do it like a day in advance too, or while you prepare everything for the bao. So our filling for our bao, normally, traditionally, there's like this sort of Taiwanese pork belly with Chinese 5-spice, but we're going to do heart of palm that I shred by hand into shreds with some crumbled tofu. I like the combination of both for texture, protein, the whole thing. If you want to use 2 cans of the heart of palm, go ahead and you can just do all of that. You can even use jackfruit in this case, to be honest. It's pretty much the same texture. But you know, just showing you different ingredients to use. So drain the water from the can, but then take these pieces and put them in a cheesecloth. You could also use this fine mesh sieve. And we just need to get all the moisture out. There's a lot of liquid in here. We want this to be a dry kind of meat-like mixture. So just break them up in there and squeeze out. Look at how much water comes out. Get rid of all of that. Well, most of it. You're not gonna be able to get all of it. But you'll notice after doing this a few times, squeezing it, it'll get much drier. Then add this to a larger mixing bowl where you're gonna combine everything. And what you can do is just break this apart with your hands into sort of shredded pieces. It'll start looking a little bit like meat or fish or, you know, just sort of pulled something. Take these pieces and pull them like this. I said cheesecloth, you can use cheesecloth, but I have a nut milk bag, which I prefer. It's like a nylon one. You can also use a pair of pantyhose, like a clean pair of pantyhose. Same material. Okay, so once you have the palm all broken up in there, you're gonna do the same thing to a brick of tofu that's like a medium firm or a firm. Get rid of all the excess water, crumble it up, and then add that to the palm mixture. I just find this the best way to get rid of the water. Just break up any large pieces of tofu. Then to this mixture, you're gonna add minced garlic, soy sauce or tamari, brown sugar, some red pepper flakes, Chinese 5-spice, and smoked paprika. Now combine it until everything is coated in this sauce and seasoning. You can make this a day ahead of time as well as the pickles, leave them in the fridge, and then on the day you wanna eat the bao, make the buns fresh just because they're better. Okay, our dough has doubled in size. You need to prep a few things before you get started here. You need parchment paper for one thing. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut out rectangles that are about 5 by 4 in shape and lay them onto a baking sheet. And you're gonna basically place 2 baos per rectangle. And those are what's going to go into the steam basket. You do need a steam basket, a bamboo steam basket. You can get these in Chinatown, in Asian supermarket, wherever you live. They're not that hard to find, and they're a nice investment. So leave that aside. This is necessary because you don't want these sticking together and you can't put them directly into the bamboo. Now you have that done, you're gonna take one more thinner strip, like, I don't know, 2 inches wide, 3 inches wide. And what we're gonna do with this, you'll see when I roll out and cut out the buns, you'll stick this in between so that they fold over it and they don't stick together. So there's our poofed up, proofed dough. Punch it down. You're gonna lightly flour a clean surface here. So just cut the dough ball in half and work with one portion at a time here. Now you're gonna roll this out to about a 1/4 inch thick and then cut out about 3-inch circles. So now take that strip of parchment you cut and fold it over like this so that it sits in between both sides of the bao. Trim it and then place this on the other parchment on the baking sheet. So just keep rolling out and cutting out circles from the remnants of dough and then do the other portion. And this should make about 16 buns, give or take 1 or 2. So definitely let these rise about 15 to 20 more minutes with a covered towel before steaming them. Then they'll be nice and poofy. So fill up a wide, shallow pan like this with a little bit of water that fills up to about halfway up the bottom of your steam basket. And of course it should fit the steam basket like this. Take it out while it comes to a simmer. So you need the water at a simmer like this. Place your parchment square in the steam basket and make sure nothing's touching the sides, like the dough isn't touching the sides. Place the lid on. This is very hot, so you need oven mitts, and then place this into the water. And now it's 3 minutes in the steam basket. Okay, now carefully remove the basket and just let it rest for, I don't know, 30 seconds before you take the lid off. Ooh, poofy buns. So we're just about there. Now we're gonna cook up the palm and tofu filling. So what you're gonna do is just heat up a pan with a little bit of vegetable oil and then lay it out in an even layer and let it brown up for 3 to 4 minutes. Then you're gonna flip it, get it nice and crispy like this on both sides. It'll kind of dry out a little bit, which is kind of how you want it, but it'll be nice and flavorful. smokes, people. Look at these. Pulled 5-spice palm and tofu bao. Yeah, and you want to serve it with hoisin and sriracha. Of course, look for a veggie-friendly hoisin. There are a few out there. And I'm so excited to bite into this. All right, here we go. This is the hero, as we call it in the biz. This is the hero bun that I'm gonna eat. Okay, so excited. It is like an Asian taco, is it not? Probably not allowed to say that, but. Mmm. I'm obsessed with the filling. This is so good. Mmm. What's happening here? The consensus from the poll recently was more eating. Not less, not none, more. Mmm. This bun, though. That dough, though. That bao, though. Oh my God. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna eat this whole tray. Nailed it. Okay. You gotta make this. You can do it. The buns, although they do have a bit of a process to them, I told you, are so worth it. The filling, I mean, you could do other stuff with that filling. It's delicious. You could stuff it into, you know, actually, remember I made those empanadas that had 5-spice? You could put that in the empanada. That would be amazing. I just put 2 very thinly sliced jalapenos in each bun. That's enough for me. You can go overboard if you want. Then with a little bit of sriracha, it's like good spice. It's like not overwhelming. Oh my God, these are the best. Okay, try them. Recipes on hotforfoodblog.com. Share photos. Let's see this one like go crazy online at hotforfood, #hotforfood. Even if you come up with some other fillings for your bao, share them, show me. I love it. Also at Lauren Toyota on Instagram, Twitter, and the whole thing. What else? I don't know. Next week, actually, I'm doing a Hot for Food Test Kitchen episode featuring my bestie, Timothy Packron's new cookbook, Mississippi Vegan. I'm gonna be testing his gumbo recipe. I've never made gumbo before. It's a classic Southern dish. He's perfected it. We're gonna give it a go. And obviously we're gonna talk about and look at his beautiful new cookbook right here, available for pre-order. Also, you can check out my cookbook. Maybe you can buy a little package deal online. Vegan Comfort Classics, 101 recipes to feed your face. Lots of recipes in there. You know, I just keep adapting that dough into like a million other different things. So just more dough, forever and ever on the Hot for Food YouTube channel. Subscribe. I am here every Wednesday cooking up vegan love. Hit that little button down there. And I'll see you here next week for more fun, more delicious food. And I really just need to stuff my face. Feed my face again, right now, with these bao.